talk more about color on Wednesday, but Sia had asked a question in class about color. So I'd like to just make her this video, and I'm sharing it with all of you. So the first thing I want to show you is window. So there are two, right? There's gradient. We'll talk about that Wednesday. But here's color. And here's swatches. And I think you can sort of guess where this is going. You can use color to create your own custom swatch. Remember we talked about, don't worry about HSB and lab. We're talking about CMYK and RGB. So you can dial in your own swatch. You'll notice that here in the toolbox, this fill color changes as I move the sliders. And then once I get this fill color to where I want it, I can say new color swatch, and it'll pick up that color. I can name it with the color values, or I can give it a name. So for example, if I was going to make the headlines green, I could call this headline green. All right. And then if you really want to push it, I could go to paragraph styles, and let's see, here's my event title. If I double click and come on down here, character color is one of the characteristics of event styles. I could come and find headline green and assign it, and hey presto, all of my headlines are that event headline green. So you can create your own colors. You can bring in colors from colors.com. You can, if you have an image, you can use this eyedropper tool to sample the colors the way that you do in Illustrator. You can create color swatches here. We'll talk about tints and gradients on Wednesday. There's one more way that you can bring color into InDesign. And I don't know if the computers in the computer lab allow us to do this. The last time I tried this, they didn't. That's why I'm making this video. There's a thing called Creative Cloud Libraries. Here it is in the window. Now, I already downloaded this Creative Cloud library. It's called Adobe Color 2021. And I'm going to put the library file in the exercise folder. It's a little, it says Adobe Color, and then but if you bring that file from the export folder onto your hard drive, and then you come over here, you do CC Libraries, and then you go to the library. This won't show up here because it's not loaded, but you can say import library. Here, I'll remove it from my library. All right, now, so these are all the things that I've brought into the library. The library is a way, if you have things like fonts or images, things that you work with lots of different clients, you can keep them in the library. For example, these are all Adobe stock images that I use with our client called Fair Health. It'll keep everything in this database. It's useful if two or more people are working on the same project. You can swap images and assets back and forth. But in this case, I will say import library. I will select it. This is in the my downloads folder. Where is it? Here it is. CC libs is the suffix, and you say open, import, okay. This is a color library that you can get. And there are other color libraries that you can get from, I got this one from Adobe Creative Suite. My company has a subscription, and so this would have cost money otherwise. But so you can do it by hand. You could bring in an image and sample from the image. You could go to colors.com and bring in colors using that 6-decimal hex, or you can grab stuff from the color library. Those are the basic ways of importing color into InDesign. Sia, I hope that answered your question.